Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport. Yes, it's time for some more multiplayer racing. We have got some rear-wheel drive A-Class cars. They didn't have to start off rear-wheel drive as long as they were rear-wheel drive in A-Class. That is what we got racing. The game has been very kind to me with a nice spot on the grid. I have got a very grippy Porsche. So, oh dear. Chaos is going on. You can't just stop in the middle of turn 2 through there. You make a mistake. I appreciate trying to wait, but if you make a mistake, you're going to have to get out of the way. Oh, unfortunately, that has allowed Ninetales and someone else, I don't know who, to really escape away at the front. So my car, maybe not the best suited to this track. My car is pure grip, which is great on some circuits, but around here it'll be fast in parts, but it's going to struggle with some of these straights. We will find out. We will see what we can do. Caterham may go to have a look to the inside. Brazen is not going to stop that Mustang down there. I will say thank you very much and take that position away. Gliska is holding on to third. I wanted to get underneath the Lotus, couldn't do it. We got a little bit of sliding, lot bit of sliding's gone on there. We have gathered it all back up just about in time. There is a Camaro having a look. God damn it, we're going to get beaten down the straight. Yeah, I think trying to correct mid-corner to deal with the Lotus and the Amira wasn't the best for me through there, and now we are just stuck out of position. We will try to go around the outside of the Camaro. We may well have the grip to do this, which we do. It does put us on a slightly wonky line down here, which I don't really want. I'm hoping I've got enough grip. So the Camaro is going to want to look back underneath. That's understandable, but I doubt it's going to have it's not going to have the grip to quite make that one work initially. But it's going to try and fire down. Now it's going to be able to fire down the inside here. Again, we can just kind of hold it around the outside. We'll clobber that inside curb, but the funky line from me there is not going to work. It's not going to work indefinitely for holding up that Chevy. It's got a lot more power than we do, which, you know, I say is how it goes, is how these builds sometimes pan out. Now, as we head around this corner, though, you will see where the Porsche comes good. We are all the way around the outside. That is the amount of grip I have got from a long way back. We're all the way around the outside. Oh, there's a Ferrari doing its best rallycross impressions. We are flat through the final corner, as most of these cars will be. In A-Class, a lot of these are running race tyres, or actually I would imagine most vehicles here are probably running race tyres. There may be a few exceptions, but a lot of them will get race tyres in A-Class, and you would be foolish not to. There is going to be a gap. Oh, well, there was kind of a gap left there. I don't think it was really expected for a Porsche to be coming from. So, admittedly, I was a long way back, but that's just how much grip I have got and how much speed I can take through that section. We are ahead of the Alpine, but it's going to be, again, it's going to be to the inside, and we are stuck looking the long way round down here. Slightly worried because if it gets this is the difficulty. If they make even the slightest mistake, I'm in so much trouble, because if you get a twitch on the inside, I'm the one that's going to come off worse from all of that. I'm trying to run in deep so I can get past Ollie, but it's not going to work. They are going to hold on to that one for now. I mean, you can see once again the grip. We get along the side. Now I'm going to try and hold the Dodge around in an awkward place. Is the Dodge got the grip to make that one work? It does. Damn it, I was hoping it was going to struggle. Ooh, I'm trying to get the slipstream and slightly overdid it. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be enough. Oh, Heiko's very sideways with the Camaro in turn 1. I don't know whether there's a bit of brake locking went on in that, or maybe a downshift, or a manual with clutch downshifted slightly funky. Yeah, that was a scary moment going into the first corner here. We are trying to keep up with the Dodge through this section, and I can't quite do it now. Of course, the Dodge would be all-wheel drive, but that has been converted. You're perfectly allowed to convert all-wheel drive cars to rear-wheel drive. Previous Forza games That has generally been an awkward thing. They haven't always been the best handling cars when converted. We've seen Ollie's been a little bit slidey in places, but certainly nothing terrible. I mean, I think Ninetales is gone at the front. We were in a very big battle. I mean, we were in a fun battle. There is no doubt about it. The grip we've got through there. We've had a very fun battle back here. Maybe not quite had the pace of the very fastest cars at this circuit. We're once again... Okay, we're going to be a little bit rude. It was a little rude. It was a little rude through there. There was plenty of space for an Ollie on the outside that time around. It is still very, very close between our two cars. Now, my best bet here is going to be... I have to be better through turn 1. My best bet is if I can fire a pass somewhere around here and build a gap to the Dodge for the rest of the lap, I might be ahead of it by the end. But I'm taking all sorts of different lines to the Stealth, and it's not quite worked. I'm hoping I can be on... I see they're on the power as well. I have more grip, but I don't have that much more grip that I can get away with doing something sneaky, essentially, through that section. I do like this track, so this is the Grand Oak Raceway. This is a fictional circuit added to Forza. I think it's a really fun fictional circuit. Good for racing, good overtaking spots, not crazy straightforward, but definitely, plenty of excitement around this lap, some fun elevation changes. It's just a really cool circuit. We're doing exactly the same as we have done the last couple of laps. Well, Ollie is trying to hug the inside to prevent the Porsche from doing what the Porsche has done for the last few laps, and it does indeed do the job. The Lotus is falling back. The Lotus can't quite live with Brazen's pace. I mean, I think we've got pretty damn good speed. If I could get turn 1 right, that would be great. It's never sure quite how much speed I can get away with through here. Oh, that is about on the limit. Right there, I think we might actually be catching Brazen a little bit as well. Maybe there's just a smidge over the limit. Now, we're not playing with penalties on for these. These races are, I say, a little bit of fun. You don't really gain much on that particular one. You could that line through there, you can see the big gains we get on the Stealth. Couldn't really make the most of it because I had to lift. Because this is the difficulty, right, with a handling car. I have very much built a handling car. It is what I am more comfortable with. It's what I'm able to get more lap speed out of in general. But it is making life difficult in terms of if I cruise up to the back of these cars and just how do you pass? Well, we can have a big dive bomb somewhere. I've got good brakes and everything. But, yeah, not guaranteed to work. Now, the problem I face is what line do I take through here? Do I try and follow Ollie? Do I try and follow the Lotus? Knowing... Well, we're trying to speed the Dodge up on the exit and try to push it through the final corner. It didn't really work. I tried to give it a bit of a help on the exit. Bump drafting genuinely very possible on this game. We're going to have to fire it somewhere. If we want to get past, if we want to get 5th or 6th, we are going to absolutely have to fire the car. This might be our opportunity. Let them fight each other. It is a golden opportunity for us here. We know we've got the grip. We will sweep across in front, try and cut the Dodge off a little bit down here, and again, protect that inside line. I knew we were maybe going to be a little bit vulnerable, so we slightly defend through there. However, this next straight we are vulnerable on. This is the problem we've got, is we've got to go super defensive against the Dodge. I know we can brake really late down here, and we are going to have to do that to try and keep it behind. If I can stay... Oh, the problem I've got is if we're not careful, the Lotus is going to get both of us. We should be able to dive it. Here comes the Lotus as well, but the Lotus isn't going to be able to brake as late as I can with the Porsche. Can we get on the power soon enough to make this work around here? I don't know if we can. We're going to try and pinch. Oh, the Dodge is sliding big time through the penultimate corner. There is just one more corner to go. The Stealth, I think, is just going to have the speed, going to have the grip to outrun us, and it does. Fair play. Oh, he threw everything at trying to defend from the Dodge. Oh, I just couldn't quite do it. Couldn't quite do it. Ninetales would take victory with a 370Z up at the front ahead of a Sylvia. Gliska put the RX-7 onto the podium in third, ahead of Brazen. Ollie would be fifth. We sat in sixth. I mean, I think we had a pretty damn good car. This isn't the track that my car is really great at either. That's just the thing that matters. Chibi with the Amira was seventh, had Longbow, Car Guy. Heiko ended up in 10th with that Camaro. A lot of speed in the Camaro, difficult to drive through the corners. There was an Exocet, we didn't really see that one. I mean, there's plenty of fast cars in this one. Bloody hell, good race. Fantastic battle over that sort of 5th, 6th, 7th spot. Couldn't shake the stealth. We head on to our second race at Suzuka, and I just have a horrible feeling. Am I on the right tyres? I am on the right tyres, okay. In all the lobby crashes in between, I was slightly worried I wasn't going to be on the right tyres for this, but we are on the soft tyres. I have enough fuel to make it to the end. Life is good. So, Suzuka. Going to be an interesting one for my Porsche. It'll be very quick in places, but then, you know, down the big straights, we are going to have problems. It's a BMW that is leading the way, and Pega's Dodge, I'm going to presume, is going to be much more of a straight line speed monster. That is looking for a way past the Beamer. It is not going to find it there, and the little Porsche is going, well, the little Porsche has tried to sneak its way past. The BMW is in an awkward place for all of us. It clearly cannot carry the corner speed that me or Impega want it to. The Lotus is joining in. There's an MG not far behind. Oh, God. That is a flat-out corner. There's not even really a corner for us back here. Pega's going to make a gap, and well, I don't think they can see Impega because that car was not. Impega was not slowed down at all. Sorry, the BMW was not at all slowed down by doing that, and the only time that happens is when they can't see. That glitch is still very much a problem. I think they can see me, possibly. Don't know. I guess we're going to find out at some point. We need to find a way past. The quicker we can get past this BMW, the better the chance we have here is. We are going to go around Spoon Corner, and that will put us up a position. We tried to do the trick of do like a one-lap test thing to spawn everyone, get everybody to see each other, which kind of works sometimes. Problem is, everybody bloody disconnected after it, or had game crash issues after it, and then it doesn't really work. You're not going to go to the inside at 130R, you're not going to get past. I don't know how fast I can go through there. What about that speed, actually? That's not bad. There's probably a little bit more in it, especially as the tyres warm up, but for now that'll do. The issue is, we got past the BMW, but it was basically used all of the best part of the lap for me to do it. Beamer's all power and absolutely no grip, because it is holding up everybody again. I have got to make the most of the S's this time out. We are going to be very fast. In theory, we will be fast at the first part of this lap. I'm not great at Suzuka. It's one of the tracks that I'm gradually liking more, but in general terms, I'm not very good at it. The first part I'm not terrible at, but from sort of the hairpin onwards, I'm not very good at it, and I mean, this car here is woefully unsuited to it. Not woefully, but as we have seen, this is a handling machine, and we have got to make up as much time as possible through. Oh, Liam's behind. That's the sight I don't want. I don't know what car. I think Liam's in an Aston Martin. I think. Yeah, Liam is not the person you want hunting you down in any race. But yeah, we are using all of the track and, well, probably a little bit more. So yeah, that is the part of that first part of the lap there. We are quite good at. However, from then on, we're probably going to struggle. Yeah, the difficulty is I like the straight line speed. It's the way this car is built, focused on grip. We've got the wide body kit. We've got the big tyres. We've got 300, I think, horsepower or something. We're still using the standard engine. No engine swaps went into this one. You can get a Honda engine, a Honda 4-cylinder that I was contemplating using, but I stuck with the standard one for this. We're going to be it's going to be a tense game of watch the gap. I mean, the gap's going to tumble here. It's going to ebb and flow a little bit. Because, yeah, Liam will catch here immensely. The hope is we will... Oh, don't quite get on the throttle that soon. I was a little early on the throttle through there. Yeah, then the hope is we will be able to pull a bit of a gap through the S's, maybe out of that final chicane. I mean, I'm definitely not the best at Suzuka, but Aston Martin is on the charge, and I am nervous. It's going to reel us in. I mean, I think we're well clear. I think the BMW is causing grief because it is so fast down the straight, but then really awkward to pass. And passing in this game in general has proved it is difficult. It is difficult to find ways through when you are the grippy car. You lose a lot of lap time when you are stuck as the grippy car and all of this. I've not had a very good run through here. We've been a little bit out of position, which is not what we need at all. We need to be spot on through this section, and we haven't been, and Liam is beginning to reel us in. Oh, and in my attempts at going quicker, oh no, I can't get, well, I'm steering left. Why on earth did you go that way? That's literally full lock left, and it just decided, nope. Yeah, they've definitely changed what happens when you go up. Never mind. I mean, I think we were going to struggle to fend off Liam. I'm going to put a wheel in the dirt there, and it's not happening anywhere. It's definitely changed what happens when you put a wheel like on the grass or on the dirt. You really don't get away with it at all anymore. And that one, I mean, admittedly, I am on slicks and everything. It's not going to be a fun time. Yeah, that just, it was going right no matter what I did on that. God damn it. That is trying to go too quick. And that is textbook overdriving the cars. I don't think it would really matter. I think Liam would have just passed us down a straight at some point. But frustrating. At least we had a gap so that only cost us one position. I mean, we're likely to lose out to the Cadillac now down here. We can probably fire back past it at some point. How much faster is the Cadillac in a straight line? Is Chris going to be able to get this move done before 130R? Chris is going to try it. I don't really want to lift through here. I don't really want to yield that because I know I've got the grip to make that stick, and we're going to make Chris go the difficult way round into the chicane. I'm going to try and sort of back him up as much as I can through there. Oh, we get sideways a little bit on the exit of the chicane. But yeah, the Cadillac can't put its power down anywhere near as well as we can. That's good. That's helpful news for me. Here it comes again down the main straight, but it will be too far back to do anything about the Porsche into the first corner. I'm actually a little bit tight through there. Could have taken a better line. Yeah, it wasn't ideal from us. Ooh, I've got a bit of understeer going on. I say I'm good at the first sector. In theory, I should be good at the first sector. I've just not driven it very well, and now I'm out of sequence. Chris is there looking and looking and looking. we're gonna have to back it off a little bit through here. Just try and not leave. God, miles of understeer. It feels like I've got miles of understeer all of a sudden. Through here, Cadillac's going to have a look to the inside, but sorry, well, it's the inside there. It's the outside for the first of the Degners. You're not going to get past me there. I can brake later, and I can, well, in theory, turn tighter. My car is... I must be overdriving it. My car's absolutely horrible all of a sudden. I'm not enjoying... Oh, that was very close. It's always one of the risk bits of the hairpin. Yeah, Chris just a bit too late on the brakes. I was lucky not to get brutally murdered on that corner, if I'm honest. That could have been a disaster. Thankfully, it was not. It's really easy to do. I've made that mistake a few times in the hairpin. You just get a little bit carried away. And yeah, it's really easy to get yourself in trouble. Oh, please turn, car. God, I'm really struggling with understeer all of a sudden. I swear I wasn't struggling so much at the start of this race. But, yeah, we have got a little bit too much going on, and I'm not driving it amazingly well. That's the gist of it here. Right, slow it down for 130R. I mean, we do carry great speed through there. Cadillac's on the curb as well. We will get slowed for the chicane. Right, one more lap to go. We are off the chicane nicely, which is what we needed. We can get on the power. See, I don't think the Cadillac can get on the power properly out of that corner. I've lost any sort of speed I did have is evaporated, apparently. I don't know where it's gone. Admittedly, we were fighting the Cadillac a little bit through that previous lap. But yeah, I am struggling a little bit here with the car. However, I mean, we're well clear of 4th, which is good news. I'm happy about that. It's nice to not have... I say 9. Worst comes... Well, I say worst comes worst. No, don't say it, because I know I'll end up doing something stupid. But it's a little better through here this time around. Not great, but good enough. It's good enough to pull a gap on the caddy, which is mostly what I want. Not really worried about Liam. Liam's far too quick around here for me to do anything about. So, yeah, we're going to not worry about that. We've had a better, more focused start to this lap. Do I want 3rd or do I want 2nd through here? 3rd seems to work. That's fine. A little bit wide on the exit, but get away with it. No problem. Now, hairpin. We will be nicely on the brakes here. We're taking maybe a little bit of a more conventional line, not going for that sort of late apex that I do sometimes on that corner. I feel I've not really got a great accelerating car. Not really going to be focusing on the exit of that. Well, you want to be quick everywhere, of course, but yeah, I think I prefer that line with this car. Spoon corner, we're going to be a little bit understeery through, or we seem to have been a bit understeery through this one. Actually, this really struggle there. I say all of a sudden, but yeah. Well, Chris is definitely quicker there. That Cadillac is fast at that point. But it's not going to, well, in theory, hopefully, not going to be able to pass. I'm not going to pass into 130R, that's for sure. I doubt it's going to be close enough to try anything at the chicane. And I'm making sure we get our car stopped and get our car turned through here and get a good exit. Oh, Chris has got a pretty good exit. Can that Cadillac get its power down in a straight line? It's going to be a drag race to the line here. It's not a great final part, but we did enough. We did all we needed to see off the charging Cadillac. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty close. We were pretty close in there. Aaron, good amount of position gain for that 911 Turbo, up in 4th, ahead of the Amira and MG in 6th. Ewan up to 7th with the BRZ. Danger Man up to 10th with the MR2. Impega was unlucky. Incredibly unlucky, very, very fast with that Coronet. I feel like I could match that Coronet for pace, but not much I can do. So, I can match the Coronet for pace. We're already a few tenths off. I was just struggling. Not much I can do about Liam at all. That's miles quicker. I think there's a low 2-minute 12 in that car easily for me if I could get it together. That was my real difficulty in that one. But hey, it's a podium at the end of the day. It's a 2nd place, even if I will openly say that was not my best piece of driving. For our final race, we head to Kyalami, and we are not bad on the grid, actually. Not a terrible spot. Now, this circuit, I'm not sure how well our car... We're going to struggle with... Certainly off the line. There goes the speedy machines. There's a lot of speedy machines. I don't like that. We are going to be... we are very much more of a grip monster. Yeah, we can take so much speed through these corners. Oh god, that's a lot of cars wide. Well, I am sorry. I mean, in some ways, we kind of made things better, in as far as we cleared the car out of the way of everybody. Probably not so much better for them, but there's not much more I can really do at that point. They're having an accident whether I'm there or not. So it's just kind of a... Well, we're going to make the most of... Like I say, we're going to just try and survive at that point. Jesus. So the speed... I mean, we know how this is going to go with me and Impega with the type of cars we have got. We weigh a fraction. Actually, to be fair, the Coronet's actually not all that heavy. As far as... It looks very big, but as far as the classic muscle cars go, it's actually not particularly heavy, which is good. Why I like it, why it's generally quite fast in this game. We're going to try... I mean, we can get underneath it here. It doesn't matter. Any sort of attempt to pass down this bit is irrelevant. That Toyota is very fast down the straight, but is it going to be able to live with us through the corners? It's not bad, actually, through there. Whoa, Impega's early on the brakes. I was incredibly caught out by that. I was not expecting... I mean, I knew we were going to be later on the brakes than Impega, but did not realise we were going to be that late, so I wasn't even prepared for a dive attempt on that corner. Can we go... I mean, the outside of the final corner is ludicrous. We've got the grip to keep our car there. I've just not got the speed on the exit to do anything. And the Toyota is going to make the most of all of us having our own troubles. Or our own little battles. That thing's going to rocket down the straight. Okay, can't really do much about that. Though we should hopefully close in. God, we can turn so much tighter through there. I mean, the bump off the back of the Coronet kind of helped us turn in some ways. I really thought about going. In fact, Impega kind of, don't know whether intended to half cover that. I really thought about going for a dive there. Corrupt's car's immensely quick. That's gone. It's immensely quick down the straight and not that much slower through the corners than mine, for example. Now, where are we going to find a way past Impega? It's going to probably be another surprise dive bomb, and that'll probably be a surprise for me as well. How the brakes have gone. I mean, we're still kind of learning this game a little bit, learning the cars and whatnot. I'm still learning, like Kyalami, for example, is a track I don't know. Don't think I've ever driven it. Maybe Automobilista, I think, had it. But, we're talking occasionally, and I just don't know the layout. So, yeah, there's a lot of learning to be done of this game. Impega, I think, is wary of just how much this car could dive if I get in the right place. Impega has definitely been aware of this, so we're a little bit further back. But yeah, we can just dive from a really long way back because we have got very good brakes. It looks like the BMW in fourth is struggling a little bit for rear-end grip, despite having a massive wing. Massive wing does no good to help the rear-end grip of that car. Whoa, we got fully airborne over that section. Christ. And Scotty in the Caterham is slightly backing, or starting to slightly back everyone else up. The Caterham's immensely fast, accelerating. The Exocet is on the march. This is a mad little thing, is the Exocet. I imagine like if tuned right, it's very light. So in tuned right, I have no doubt it's very quick. I can never drive the damn things. I do not like the way they drive. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Again, it's just silly light is the way to go if you can get it under control. Now, Impega is starting to get held up a little bit by a BMW. Geez, the Exocet is so fast in the corners. Like, we will try and defend from it here, because we are going to be on the inside, but it doesn't matter. It's got just too much grip for me. Yeah, I can't battle that. Sometimes, unfortunately, like, it sucks, but sometimes you just got to accept that there is very little that I can do about that. Brazen is catching up as well, although there's an element of not being helped by the fight. Fighting each other is costing us time. The BMW is in a little bit of trouble here. It was slow on the way up here. It's going to... I should have crossed over and gone to the inside of Impega. Brazen has arrived as well, because we're all busy fighting each other. Brazen is here. Ollie is here. A lot of fast cars. They're all turning up. It is the downside with this Porsche. Wonderful as it is to drive, and it is a genuinely very fast car. Impega's asked a bit too much of the big Dodge. We may be able to sneak a past here. It's looking at a wide line. Where is the Coronet? It is still there. I didn't know whereabouts it was on the circuit, so I actually gave a bit too much space. Oh, Ren's on the grass and sideways through there. I thought about having a dive on the Beamer. Couldn't do it. We have got a few more laps to go. Oh, I'm all crossed up on the curb. That was a huge wobble. Never mind. Any thought of a dive on a Beamer's long gone, because we all got completely crossed up on the exit there. Porsche got all unsettled, and we had to fight to gather it in. God damn it, everything is faster than me down the straight. It's sad, really. Oh, and then Ollie and Impega have got connected. Brazen and me are fighting. The BMW lives to fight another day in all of this. There is a GT86 or BRZ having a look. We're going to send Impega the long way round. It's not going to matter because everything is faster than me down the straight. I love this car. I do feel like this is one of these cars. It definitely works at handling circuits. It definitely probably works for time trialing, but in a racing situation it is difficult. Impega is in all sorts of battle, and I'm going to just sneak a little Porsche. Oh, I think they got connected. God, I'm sorry on that one. There was a Porsche-sized gap for us to put our car to the inside, and then Forza collisions saw the pair of them off. So essentially what happened is Impega's rear, on a very long coronet, Impega's rear got caught on the front of the BRZ, and as soon as that happens, no one has any steering. It is one of the frustrating accidents that could happen in this one. I think I was fair to put my car where I did. There was a gap as they were fighting one another. It was just, I can't stop. That one was, not a fair one. just a bit too brave under brakes for that particular manoeuvre. We will see what we can. See what we can do. BMW's got just enough speed, and we are fighting each other just enough that it's living on at the moment. Because even if we hold off Brazen, which we do again, guess what's going to happen? And off goes the Renault. Yeah, we may be able to get... You see, we might be able to get the BMW. That is my goal here. But I think we're going to lose out to the Clio and the Peugeot. Although, who knows? With the fights, with the way they're going, it's really tempting just to launch. It's really tempting to launch up the inside of these cars that we're racing against. The issue we get, and the downside, the difficulty with it all, is if I fire my car, we end up losing any sort of... Oh, that was down one too many gears. We lose too much momentum down the next straight. We just can't quite accelerate quick enough. So it's, yeah, a bit of a gamble. However, we're not out of it completely. As soon as we go into the twisty sections, Porsche's right back on it. Oh, well, it is if I don't miss my turning point and braking point and everything. That's just plain foolish. If we're going to catch the Beamer, we've got to do better than this. Heiko's leading the way, has kind of checked out at the front of this one. You know, we were fighting so much over essentially this fourth place. It was always bound to happen. I think Scotty and Ren are having a big fight over, is that third, I would imagine. Over second? I would imagine that'd be second and third. Now, don't go crazy late on the brakes there, but we can be later than the cars ahead. We got just a littlest kick of oversteer through that one. Varying degrees of attacking the curb. Oh, the Beamer, car guy, all manners have crossed up down there. We head into the final corner. We are... I feel like over a lap, we're not a million miles away. Again, I mean, it's not a terrible track for this car, Kyalami, but somewhere like Lime Rock is where you'd probably want this, but still, it is, yeah, it's struggling in traffic, I think, is probably its biggest weakness. Oh, however, I would rather have a car struggling in traffic and have lap pace there than have a car that I struggle to drive, that I struggle to get the lap speed out of, that's better in traffic, essentially. He's probably going to be like this for a little while in Forza. Well, it's kind of like it in Horizon 5 for a while, until I figured I still am to a point. I'm just generally better with the full grip cars. Can just be more consistent with them. Oh, come on. The BMW is much more like me. This is the final lap of the race. If we are going to find a way past the mighty wing ahead of us, I think I could have got on the power sooner, maybe. Although car guy's out really wide. See, that's what I didn't want to do. I think we're going to have to. We're not going to dive bomb it here. I think we're going to have to do it. If we can get off this corner well, it may happen where we surprised Impega. That is potentially where a pass is going to have to come, but we're just not quite close enough, I don't think, to do anything. No, we're not. Even if we are good, although BMW has gone very, very wide here, we might be able to... Oh, we got unsettled through there. We are side by side. I'm trying not to make contact. We bounced it up onto two wheels. We're going to have to send it into the final corner. Oh, and there's that collision. I mean, we got it. We put it to the inside. We got it stopped. I think the BMW saw us coming, and then saw us there a little bit late. But we saw the Forza. So that was the Forza collision right there. Essentially, with the way the the car gets getting. Immediately, I was sort of much further past at that point. But we had to try something at the final corner on that one. A little bit of contact, but I like the Porsche. I think it's a great car. It is it's a difficult one to run in traffic. You just struggle a little bit for pace when you are in the traffic. So we had an absolutely manic battle. It was great fun in the mid-pack, honestly, in that one. There were some very, very quick cars around there. Yeah, it was good fun. it was good fun indeed. Would like to have been a bit fast. I feel like I let the car down a smidge on that one, but there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.